Hi, guys. How is everybody? Hope you're doing all right tonight. There's Don got in really early. You must have caught it not long after I posted it. How you guys doing? Make sure and say hi to Scotty for me. Nearly to the campground. Where what city are you in, Don? Hello, Don and Kevin. Hi, Henry and Leanne. We have arrived to chat. There's Gen and Carla. Hi, guys. How you doing? Felton Company. Blanket, hello. I've actually had to use the blanket a couple of nights recently. Had some chilly mornings. Hi, Melody. How are you? So sorry to hear about Lou's father. Um, I know it kind of put a damper on things, but we do what we have to, and it's a terrible thing to have to go back home for. So I hope you're with family and friends. Everybody's saying hello. Hey, Kim. Rathburn Lake. Is that where Dawn is at, Rathburn Lake? You are quite welcome. It's an awful sad thing when you lose a parent. There is Donna. Hi, Donna. How are you? I was thinking about you the other day. Had a birthday not long ago. I got one coming up in September. I think Mr. Henry's got one coming up too. So it's that time of year. Lots of babies born this time of year. So, hello there, birthday girl. Donna, the newest geezer. Did you get your pass yet? Looking for that geezer pass. Well, um, I don't know what everybody else did today, but I've kind of had. Oh, there's Daryl. Hi, Daryl. Heard you're walking around and feeling pretty good these days. Glad everything's going well for you. Expedition Bigfoot is a great series to watch while camping in the forest. Oh, that's funny. Is there an actual Expedition Bigfoot on what, Netflix or something? Might be kind of funny to watch. Yes, ma'am, 62 and no bash yet. Well, you'll have one before long, I'm sure. So I am currently in Indiana. Um, the little town that is near the park is called North Liberty. This is the Potato Creek State Park. And sorry. I got the idea of staying here from Roy and Becky. So I was hoping they'd come on tonight so I could thank them. And this is a side view of my site. I took this today as I was coming back into the park. It's a really nice site. You see that bare spot there? don't put your mats down over grass, please. It just makes it just kills the grass, and then it makes it bad for everybody that follows you. And that's the driver's side view from my campsite. It's a really big campsite. Um, it's very nice. The park is very well groomed. I like that, as you'll see here, I've got trees behind me. And as you can see, the sun sets right there behind those trees. So it makes it really nice in the afternoons not to have the real hot afternoon sun on your site. I do get morning and midday sun, but by about 3 o'clock, it's starting to go behind the trees. And so it's really nice. And I'm enjoying that. Um, I thought I was going to be here 2 weeks. I guess I fooled myself. I'm only here for 1 week. And then next week, I go to a Corps of Engineer park in Ohio, and then for 1 week. And then after that, I go to a state park in Ohio for 2 weeks. And then I go to PJ and Summer's house. So getting there a little bit at a time. But it's really a beautiful park. I took a drive the other day, and this is part of the lake. It's a pretty good sized lake. Um, but I haven't gone down to the water yet. I don't know if I'll even get the chance. And these are just pictures of some of the wildflowers around the park. It's just absolutely beautiful. And I saw this little guy today when I was coming back. Um, he was really cute. And he kind of scampered. He was on one side of the road. He looked up and saw me, and he decided to dart to the other side of the road. And in the middle of everything, he kept turning around and looking. It was really funny. But anyway, cute little guy. So it's on HBO Max. Okay. Interesting. I'll have to look it up. 3 more years for Medicare. Well, she could actually take Medicare sooner if she wanted to. You can take it at 62, you just don't get as much. I took mine at 64, so you don't have to be 65 to start taking it, just so you know. Um, oh, I'm sorry, that's not true. That was my Social Security benefit. So, yes, you have to be 65 for Medicare, but for Social Security, you can take it sooner than 65. There's Mobile Tech. Hiya. How are ya? Doing good here. I've had a long day. Sorry, guys. It is. It's a beautiful park. I really enjoy it here. And there's trees all over, but they're not like all over the top of you. That's what I like. Added a few new lights in our trailer today. Yay! I'll tell you that Henry's been busy with his trailer lately. Changed out his water heater. Now he's adding new lights. All in the middle of the summer heat. Thank you, Don. It really is very nice. Hope you two had a good time in Alaska, Don. Yeah, they, I think they did. Another property improvement put new pretty green risers on my septic tank. It's always something, isn't it? Always something to do. Went up to Southern Oregon for 2 weeks, so that'll be nice. Uh, I'm sure it's very beautiful there. Today I went and did laundry, and then after that I went to Walmart. Oh, wow. Well, then it was more of a repair than well, I guess it's an improvement too. Love the Oregon coast. I'll get there one day, hopefully. Uh, I don't know if I will or not, but I'm going to try. So we shall see. I wasn't sure if I was going to get here. I'll tell you what. So, um, since I've had this trailer, I've had these magnetic um, solar backup cameras. I have one on the back of the trailer and one on the back of the cab of the truck so I can see my hitch and hitch up the trailer. Um, well, before I went to Carlisle Lake, the one that I put on the back of the trailer absolutely died, wouldn't charge. I couldn't even use it. And the one that I put on the cab of the truck um, was minimally charging. But thankfully, it held enough charge for me to get the trailer hitched up when I left Carlisle Lake this time, and it quit about, I don't know, a couple of hours into my drive, and it won't charge anymore. So I had to order new cameras, and they've arrived at the Amazon locker. I was hoping they'd arrive earlier today, and I could have already picked them up, but oh no. Um, I got a message about an hour ago, and I didn't want to drive there and drive back and miss my life. So after I get done here, I'll drive to the locker and pick up my new cameras. So, I'm currently in North Liberty, Indiana, at Potato Creek State Park. So, it's a little south of South Bend, Indiana. Just a little bit south. It's an easy drive there. So, I want to see the now that I know I'm leaving here on Tuesday, I've got like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to see whatever I want to see while I'm here. Um, so I want to go see Indiana Dunes National Park, and I want to go see the RV Hall of Fame Museum. But then I also realized that Notre Dame is not that far from here. And I would love to be able to take a tour of Notre Dame. So I got a call tomorrow and find out. Um, it looks on their website like they've got tours from June to August 1st, and then they don't have tours until like August 27th or something like that, maybe because of the new term starting. I don't know. So I got to call tomorrow and find out if I can even tour there. But I thought that that would be such an incredible experience to see the basilica and the grotto, and even the admission building there is really beautiful. So I want to try to see it if I can. I'm hoping that I can. We'll see. I don't know. Filling your water tank. Well, that'll take you a little while. Oh, that's one thing about this park. They have the most sophisticated water fill stations. Um, and there's like one, two, three, four or five fill sites where you can pull in, fill your tank, and then go to the campground. And then on the other side of the road is a sophisticated dump station with 5 lanes. Very well thought out, very nicely laid out. And it's got the type of hose on there where you can actually connect another hose and flush your tank. So I'm really excited to be able to do that because I haven't been the last 2 or 3 places that I've been. and it needs to get flushed. You have to do that every now and then just to keep things flowing. Oops, and Kevin. Dawn and Kevin, yes. Hi, Melody and Leah. Oh, really? I did not know that. That's interesting. But I've already got a campsite here that I've already paid for, so I won't be doing it this time. But that's interesting to know that you can camp there. I'll have to find out more information about it. Thanks, Daryl. I'll see what I can find out for everybody. This water fill is slow. You have a big tank. It takes a long time to fill your tank up. What do you got like 100-gallon of fresh water tank, don't you? Mine's 48 and it took me long enough to fill just that. So it probably took, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes to fill up my tank. And that's long enough. 80-gallon, close enough. So, but anyway, I was worried, having only a 48-gallon tank that it wasn't going to be enough water for 2 weeks. But now I'm only going to be here a week. So, and then I'll have water when I get to the Corps of Engineer Park. However, I will not have water at the site when I get to the Ohio State Park that I'll be staying at. So, and I will be there for 2 weeks. So I have to make it work. I do have a water bladder. So I probably should get that out and cleanse it because I haven't done that. Um, and I haven't used it in a long time, so I'm sure it needs it. I'm thinking, what do you think? Can I just use vinegar in there? I hate to put bleach in it. I'm afraid that would be very harmful for that material. So, has anybody ever disinfected a water bladder before? I did see that, Donna. I did see that. That's very sad. But luckily, evidently, they got him to the hospital in enough time. So he is making some comeback from that, and that's really great. And I guess most of you have probably seen the update video that Sharon did about her hyperbaric treatment. It seems to really be helping her. And then Christy May put a post on Facebook as well. So she's making quite a bit of improvement with that therapy. And I'm really grateful. I'm glad for her that she's able to make that much of an improvement from that stroke. Hi, Donna. Hello, Don. So anyway, so that's kind of the plan right now is to just try to get in all the visits that I can before Monday, because Monday I like to actually have a day where I can just put everything back away and get ready for the trip the next day because it's going to be another long day. It's I think 330 miles to my next campsite. So it took me quite a while. This last trip took me nearly 8 hours, but there was so much traffic on Interstate 57 that caused slowdowns. And I think it was also on Highway 30 or something. Uh, so it just took longer than expected. Treated my water bladders. just put some water in it and pump it out. And if you feel you need to, rinse it. Of course, I've never ever treated an RV water tank either. We use a Berkey to drink. Well, my water tank I actually sanitized this spring before I actually left Florida. So I did get that done, but I haven't done my bladder, and I probably really need to do that. So, but I was just thinking maybe just vinegar in there instead of, some caustic bleach in it. Carla, my sister-in-law, had knee surgery this week, so she feels your pain. Hopefully Carla's knee is feeling better. Is your knee better? Are you walking good? We did a small amount of bleach an hour, Shirley, and full water. Let it set a while and then rinse it until you can't smell bleach. Okay, so, and that didn't harm your bladder? Good to know. Thank you. Praying for your sister-in-law. Absolutely. So, Carla, how's your knee? Carla, how's your knee? Carla, listen, listen. That's that's her ringtone. When somebody texts her, she's like, "Hey, listen." It's hilarious. So, Carla, hi, Ken and Carla. I'm still not hearing anything about your knee. Okay, here we go. I am walking, no walker, no cane. Yay! Still pain, but at least it will get better. Yes. Well, you've made a lot of progress. That's good. So now you can drive that car. How do you like your new car? So, for those of you that don't know, Carla got a hybrid car this time, and um, it's a Honda CRV. So, the only thing I don't like about those CRVs is how high you have to raise your leg up to get over the frame as you're getting into the vehicle. And then you have to make sure and get back out, get your foot up high enough to get out. Um, and to me, they're dangerous for that reason. Yes, tomorrow, first day driving. Yee-haw, yay. Everybody look out. Carla's on the move. Let's see, what is it that they called you? Speedy something? I don't remember what you told me now. That's terrible to say, isn't it? I got to scooch. My back is hurting. I'm going to lean back. That extra 2 inches I have helps. Yes, that's very true. Because being shorter makes it that much harder. Charging cost here now. Oh my gosh. Well, hopefully she won't have to charge it as often. That's that's the big thing. That I don't know. I mean, really, you can't drive very far in those things before you have to stop and park and charge it. It's kind of crazy. I wouldn't want a vehicle like that. So the hybrid hopefully will be a lot better. Never charge. Oh my gosh. Charges itself as you drive. This new hybrid, that's cool. That's pretty neat. that might be worth it. But I'll stick with what I got for now. I don't think they've made any trucks that I would trust to tow a trailer. Welcome to the new age. Like a DC to DC charger. Okay, well, that's pretty cool. If I have the maximum amount of plugins next to her. Are you talking about my plug-in here? It's just a little power strip and then an outlet. So, but my power strip is plugged into the outlet. So really this is all I use. And then when I'm not, you can't see, but when I'm not using it, I turn it off so you can see there's no light on. So, la la la. That's good to know. That's exceptional. It won't pull trailer. No, I would not think so. They're testing self-driving. Oh no. No, no, no. And yeah, that is scary. So I'll show you what I saw on the way here. It was rather unexpected. I was out on a country road about, I don't know, 30 or 45 minutes from the park. And look, can you see this car in the cornfield? Some behind the fire truck, there's a wrecker with the car that hit this car, and it had its uh, front end all smashed in, and the hood was all bent, and it's just not something you really think about seeing on a country road like that. I'm sure it happens every now and then, but thankfully not often. So anyway, that was there was one other accident on, I think it was on 57 before I got off of 57, but it was in the other lanes. So I couldn't really see a whole lot of what went on there. But those are the only two accidents that I ran across. So mainly it was just construction delays. And at least they didn't have, you know, they kept one lane open on each side of the division, north and south. So uh, other than, you know, the delay where you have to merge into one lane, it wasn't horrible. Just, you know, a little inconvenient. Yeah, it is scary. I feel like I've seen all these lows before. Had to buy a hybrid, I would say no. Yeah, if you were told that you had to, yeah. Don't tell me what I have to do. Crappy drivers are, yes. Unfortunately, you're right. They are just about everywhere. So, sorry. Um, I ate a little while ago because I knew I was going to have to go pick up those cameras after my live. So I wasn't going to have any time to eat and then drive. It's about a 30-minute drive to where I have to go pick them up, and then a 30-minute drive back. So that means I'm not going to be getting back until 9 o'clock or after. So, yeah, two wrecks on the way home. So sorry that, at a time like what you guys are going through, that certainly doesn't make for a peaceful trip. You hit a lot of construction too. It's that time of year. Um, Unfortunately for the construction workers, I can't even imagine working out on a highway at this time of year. I'd have to quit my job. I couldn't do it. Yay! They're pretty good, huh? I love that. I actually bought some more chicken today while I was at Walmart, but I've solely started making the dogs food now. So, and I use the chicken. So, I was using the smaller cans, but then I'm having to make it so frequently that I decided to get the bigger can, and it's actually cheaper to buy the bigger can, which is a plus. Um, so I had to stop and make that right after I got back from Walmart before the live, so I could feed the dogs because I'd used the last of their already prepared food this morning. Um, so I don't know how many of you I've talked to about this, but um, when I was at Henry and Leanne's, Dee Dee started having some vomiting. And then it got a little bit better, and we moved to Carlisle Lake, and then it got worse again. And it got to the point where she couldn't, so we moved there on a Tuesday, and and it just kept getting worse and worse, and she couldn't eat anything. Every time she ate, she did try to eat, but then she would throw it right back up. And then it got to the point where she didn't want to eat. She couldn't drink any fluids. So I had to call and get an appointment with a vet. Um, so I took them into the Carlisle Animal Hospital, and they were just so gracious. The vet that we saw was really good, very patient, um, took the time to explain everything that he needed to tell me. Said Dee Dee was very sick. They did blood work on her, got a urine sample, listened to her heart, and said he wanted to take some x rays because she had a heart murmur, and her lungs sounded congested. So everything came back. She had um, pyelonephritis, which means, in 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 humans, uh, it would be involving both kidneys. I'm not sure. I'm probably pretty certain that dogs have two kidneys as well, but I don't know that for certain. Anyway, she had a really bad kidney infection. She had eye infections, ear infections, fluid around her heart, and fluid in her lungs. So she was a mess. Um, and then we started talking about medications and prescriptions. And I asked him how busy he was that day, and could he please take a look at Ziggy as well. Fortunately, he was able to. So after he finished up with Dee Dee, then he examined Ziggy. Ziggy also has a heart murmur. He also had a kidney infection, an eye infection, and an ear infection. So for the last since Friday of last week, so almost a week now, I've been giving dogs medicine twice a day, and they're both actually much better. And I'm glad for the care that they received at that. animal hospital. They were absolutely phenomenal. And they sent me on my way with medications for Dee Dee. Uh, well, actually, for both of them, for their eyes and ears, and antibiotic for both for the kidney infections. And then he put her on a heart medicine and Lasix for the fluid. So she will continue on those two medications. And he said all I had to do was get with Chewy.com or whatever, and they would contact him and he would approve the prescription. So she'll continually be on those. And then when I get back home in Florida, I'll get her with the vet that we use. Sorry, guys. Yeah. So anyway, that's been let's see. What's this? We're still filling. Oh my gosh. Well, that was a few minutes ago. Hopefully you're done by now. That's what I told Loon. Good. Gotta get stuff done before winter snow. That's true. The construction workers, exactly. That's why they're doing it now. That's right. It's food talk time. It is. So maybe the water pressure is low there, huh, Don? We still have 3 cans of Keystone so far. Scotty hasn't experimented with it yet. What? It's probably too non-fancy for Scotty. I know. So she has a condition like many older adults get, and that's congestive heart failure. So that's essentially what he's treating her for. You homesteaded your place today. Wow. Now I can run up hundreds of thousands in debt and not have to pay it. That's pretty cool. And you can't lose your house. So no property taxes or anything like that in Nevada, huh? Hope she gets better. Thanks, Daryl. It's hard. Yeah, yeah, it is. It's very hard when you have little sick babies. But that I was pretty sure that they did. I just didn't know. Yes, it's very hard when puppies get sick. Still filling. Time to bark. Okay, girl, you go get settled in. Let's see, what time is it? 7:30. Are you still in Central Time? So it's maybe only 6:30 where you're at. Too easy for Scotty. He probably thinks it should take hours to be good. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking too. But I like it because it's a time saver, and it saves propane or electric or whatever you're doing. Is that a Tom Selleck reverse mortgage? Oh my gosh. So you homesteaded under the very old Homestead Act? That's pretty cool. Have you not had a mortgage on that property? That's interesting. 6:40 here. Okay, so yeah, so you're still on Central Time. And I'm on Eastern Time again now. Do. Do, do, do. No, it's my place, but you can record it as a homestead and no creditors other than the mortgage holder. Oh, so yeah, like I had a homestead exemption on my house in Florida as well. I thought you were talking something totally different. I can't take it from you. Right. Yes. If it's your only, if it's your primary residence, they can't take it. You still have a small mortgage. I got rid of mine, sold that baby. The county records office, yeah. I did it at the closing table. Took a homestead exemption and had it for as many years as we had our house. So, which in the state of Florida we had property taxes, and so um that did give me a discount um with having the homestead exemption. So, anyway, nothing I have to worry about anymore. My home on wheels is paid for, my truck is paid for. Um, let's pray that they last me for many more years to come, and I'll be in a good shape. So that's all I can hope for at this point in time. I don't know. In a couple of years, I may want to find just a place where I can just park this thing and just be stationary. We'll see. But I don't think I'm going to sell it unless it just falls apart or whatever. Because I really like my trailer. I truly do. And I've put money into it to get it to where I wanted it. So I want to continue to stay in it. I'm sure he doesn't. It would be a good thing if California could. I'm not going to get into that. I just better keep my mouth shut while I can. You okay? So I can come there and cook you, and I can stay there. Is that what you're telling me? That's funny. Well, I love my new toy. I told you guys about my air fryer that I got, right? It's that new wave Bravo XL. It's an air fryer slash convection oven slash I can grill in. I grilled a steak in there with the meat probe um and set it for well done. And I'm telling you what, it was perfect. It was just barely well done, nice and tender, and still juicy. It was an excellent steak. I love that oven. So, Mobile Tech, did you see about getting one? Let's see. Yes, don't go there, Shirley. Yeah, it's safer not to. So, anyway, once I get started talking, sometimes I just don't know when to be quiet. But anyway. Oh, gotcha. I'm sure. Yeah, especially with that septic tank, it sounds like that's something that you had to get done. So anyway, what's new with everybody else? I'm sitting here doing all the talking. Tell me what y'all are doing for fall this year. Any great plans in the making? Daryl, are you and Kim going to be able to travel later on this year? Are you feeling up to doing that? So we know that Don and Scotty's going to be going up into Oregon. That will be fun. Not out of the woods yet, but she's doing well. That's good to hear. Poor little Ruthie. She seems like such a good dog. She certainly makes you happy. And that's always special. So I hope she feels better soon. It's not good when your puppies are hurting. These two. It was very sad for a while. But I think we have 2 more doses of their antibiotic, which they'll be glad when that's gone. And their eyes have cleared up. So we have to finish up tonight and tomorrow on the medicine, and then we'll be done. I would love to see Oregon. I've seen so many different pictures that places that I would love to see. Whoops. Georgia in October. That'll be pretty. Florida in November. December, January, maybe February, March. Ooh, cool. Well, we'll be together January and February. I don't know. I wonder if they have anything open for March. That would be kind of cool. Because I have to stay in Florida until after my youngest grandson graduates high school in May. So I can't go anywhere or do anything until that. I'll be in Florida. So I still got to figure out something. I have November 4th, I think, a 2-week stay at a state forest not far from my oldest daughter, Candace. But I don't have anything after that until January. So I need to fill in the gap. You didn't mean this. I just got done taking care of a sick dog. Yes. Yeah, it wears you down emotionally, physically. Yeah, it's just not good. I'm sorry you're going through that. Oh, that's a good one, Melody. That's a good plan. Getting rid of stuff you don't need or use. That's an ongoing battle. 4 days in Florence on the Oregon coast. Cool. In a state park on the coast, or what kind of campground will you be staying in? All right. You take care, Mobile Tech. We'll be thinking about you, praying for you. Going to the property, he just brought Bentley out. He had a colonoscopy today. Daryl had a colonoscopy today. He's really doing good. Okay. He just brought. Hopefully, Bentley didn't have a colonoscopy today. Also, the chance you take when you're adding peppers to your home. Yes, that's very, very true. Yeah. Uh, I I know what you're talking about. I went through that when I sold my house. Oh my goodness. But the good news is now all the kids have to worry about is what's left in my trailer. So, not a whole lot anymore. Also like to stop on the way there in Stanley. Stanley's beautiful country. Beautiful. Oh my gosh. It was so, oh, yeah, a 4-month-old pup. Yeah, that would be terrible. That would tear me up. Luckily, I've never lost a puppy. Um, these two will be 12 in January, and I believe the average life expectancy for Yorkies is 13 to 14 years. So, they're getting old, and unfortunately, this breed, I guess, gets a little sick a little quicker. So I don't know. I don't know how much longer I will have them, but I will enjoy them while I do, and we'll make do. Right now, they're laying down and being good, and that's all sometimes I can hope for. Just Jones, Old Fellows Campground. Oh my gosh, Odd Fellows. My grandfather was a member of the Odd Fellows. That's so funny. Um, so it's kind of like the Moose or um, the Lions Club or whatever, um, but it was called the Odd Fellows. Is that what you're talking about, Don? It is very hard. Thinking about us too. Yes, for sure. A fundraiser for the homeless, and I get to donate. Yes, Shirley Darrell did. Okay. And Ursula for over 16 years, and she was a Chinese Sharpei. Wow. That's pretty good life for a dog. 16 years. That's pretty good. But once they're gone, I will not have another one. I'm well past that. Wanting to train a puppy and do that all over again. Plus, once I go, who's going to take care of the dog? So I don't want to do that to my family. Oh, Cushing disease and diabetes. Wow. And meds by mouth. It's very busy, isn't it? Taking care of dogs like that. Very busy because just 1 week of twice a day meds for these two. Sorry. First you have to remember to give it to them twice a day, and it's getting them to take it. Uh, your dog probably has it down by pat now, and probably doesn't resist. Dawn has to give Rambo medicine 3 times a day for his uh, epilepsy, but they have a routine down, and he just takes it very easily. These two fight me tooth and nail every step of the way because they've never had to do any of that. So it's never fun. Although I've been crushing Dee Dee's medicine and mixing it in her food when I feed her. So that eliminates that. But the liquid antibiotic, I have to pull up in a syringe and squirt in their mouth. And that's just never fun. It really was. 1 minute she was fine, the next the vet's telling her she has a week of, oh my gosh. Sometimes as you have to wonder, is it better just to not have much advance notice, or do you have more time to adjust if they're sick for a long period of time? They are sweet. They are sweeties. They can be a handful, though. They can certainly be a handful. Yeah, very understandable. Yeah, it just gets to be too much after a while. And I'm at that point in my life where I just want things to be simple now. And not have to deal with a lot. So, anyway, that's, I guess, that kind of wraps up everything I had to tell y'all. Yes, with all the medications, yeah. It's like I got a whole bin full of I've got 2 medicines for her heart. I've got um eye ointment for both of the dogs, ear ointment for both the dogs, um and the antibiotic. So it's like it's been very trying. Oh, wow. Does she get aggressive, Cindy? Or just temperamental? Some dogs are just like, no, I'm not going to do that. Rambo looks so good. He does. She got a good cut on him the last time he went to the groomer. There are few places around here that takes them, and people can go and get things for free. Oh, that's nice. That's pretty cool. This is great. It is great. You don't see that very often. Can you wait till in the morning to get that camera? You're very tired. I probably could. I might do that. It's not so much that I'm like sleepy or anything like that. It's that I ate 2 hours ago and now I'm yawning. So, but it'd be better just to drive up there in the morning and go get it. I just was trying to make time to see everything that I wanted to see. Because my thought was pick up the camera tonight. Although, if I can call early in the morning and figure it out, I could go pick up the camera, drive to Notre Dame, take a tour, and come back home. That would be perfect because it's not, the Amazon Locker location is not that far from Notre Dame. And then Saturday, I could go to Indiana Dunes, and Sunday, I could go to the Hall of Fame Museum. I have to make sure it's open on Sunday, though. I need to look at that um, and figure out where I'm going to go when. Because Monday, I just want to have Monday to gas up the truck, uh, clean the house, mop my floors. I like to get that done before I move on to the next spot. Put everything away that I can put away, and be ready for travel the next day. So, okay, thanks, guys. So I'll wait till tomorrow. Sorry, temperamental, but she's also blind. Oh well, yeah, and she doesn't always know what's coming at her. That would make me feel uneasy too. Seeing you drive when you're not sleepy. Well, I drive pretty good when I'm not sleepy. And never rearrange things because she didn't want Pepper getting hurt. That's nice. Yeah. It's time to take my medicines. I'm getting a reminder. Okay, y'all, it's 8 o'clock. Maybe I'll finish my coffee and go to bed then. How about that? it, it has been a busy day. Just trying to corral dogs, get the launder done, go to the store, drive back, make dog food, put up a live stream. It has been a full day. I've been on the go all day long. So, anyway. All right, guys. I'll see you next week. I'll be in Ohio by then. Hopefully, it's a Corps of Engineer park, so hopefully I'll have a signal. So if you don't see me next week, it's because I don't have a signal. Okay? Good night. I will. Thank you very much. Y'all take care. Talk to you next week. Bye.